Hello, everybody, and welcome to this wonderful Writing Sprint Wednesday with your host, Doug Lansborough, now the Dean of W Academy. Before I get into that, though, it is June 25th, 2025, a beautiful Wednesday. The humidity's finally died down outside, so I am no longer dying every time I step out of my house. But I'm here with my fine friends in the chat. Who do we have? NJ, if you're still around. Hello, hello. Ashley, quite a story that's been going on in the chat there. I'm sorry that happened to you. Hi, TW. Hi, David. Hello again, Reed. JM Brown, hello. Aaron, hello. Aaron, how's that revision going? Or I guess we're post revision, but how's the book coming along? B, hello. Athena, hello again. Jane, hello. Linda, hi. All right, I am loving the Dean title. Oh, it feels good. Okay, on that note, there are a couple things I want to talk about today, but first is that we're on deck for 3 20-minute sprints as per usual, with 5-minute break in between. You will find the links to those sprints down below me. However, I am going to share the link to the first one just so it's nice and easy for you. Let me grab that real quick and pop that in the chat. Excellent, TW. I was excited for people to see it today. Aaron, you're going through it again. Well, I hope there's a lot less problems this time around. We just did a premium workshop on revisions yesterday, and so got revisions on my mind, and that's what I'm working on, albeit slightly different revisions. I'm revising for narration for my story during these sprints. NJ, that's awesome. Excellent. I'm glad to hear that. And Aaron, that's fantastic. Okay. First order of business, or I guess second, because the link to the sprints is in there now. I'll see everyone over there when we start in 2.5 minutes ish. W Academy launched today, which is why my name got changed, my title. I really need to figure out which way is which. But W Academy, brand new product service option from Dabble to expand our educational resources for writers, whether you're in Dabble Premium or not. We now have the ability for you to join us for new courses, monthly workshops, get access to the workshop recordings that we have, live office hours, bonus newsletter, bonus resources, and a great community where we're going to be doing something every week over in our W Academy community on W Campus. Designation, B says. So I am just going to pop this up on screen here for those who weren't able to attend the live stream this morning. I did one at 10 a.m. this morning, 10 a.m. my time, Eastern. This is what our course library looks like on the launch of W. So we had 2 free courses already. They're still there. Brand new course dropped today. Quirks, Wounds, and Wants, Crafting Compelling Characters. 29 lessons of pure character goodness. This was such a fun course for me to make. It is chock full of great knowledge that will just make your characters the best they can possibly be. On top of that, we have just about 40 hours of workshop recordings in this bank as well. Tons of bonus resources you can get through the courses or through the workshops themselves. Some of them as long as 17 pages. Some of them even longer than that when it comes to the coursework books. Just a huge variety of thing. Athena coming back with the just to say, like with any educational institutions, W Academy merch would be absolutely lush. Okay, I mean, but the people are asking for merch, and how can I deny them? So I'm going to keep pushing for that for you because I am by no means a merch designer, but I'll harass the team. So this is just one part of W Academy, and how much time do I have before I can stop shamelessly slinging my own stuff? Let's do that. We have about 45 seconds, but if you are interested in W Academy, you can check out my live stream from earlier today on the channel, or you can check out this link that's dropping in the chat to get access. Or if you're a Dabble Premium member, you get it for the cost of Dabble Premium, no extra costs required. So you get everything the world's best writing tool has, plus access to everything in W Academy. It is such a win-win. I got to talk about it for 20 minutes this morning. There's a ton of details you can check out on the live stream. I'll grab the link for you for that afterwards. But our is start up I go. I'll see everybody in 20 minutes. Alrighty. And so ends our first sprint of the day. How'd that go for everybody? I got 29 whole words written that time around, which is good. I mean, I should actually be trimming more words than I'm adding, but hey, sometimes words gotta be added. Let me grab the link for the next sprint here and drop it in the chat, but you'll find it below me again and in the top left of the sprint that we were just in. All right. B got 1,240. That's fantastic. Ashley with a staggering 874. Aaron with 32. David with 226. Athena 554. Reed with the auspicious 333 because of a lack of pretzels. Jane got 297 writing a bio for a character or for yourself. J.M. Brown got 619 and Linda got 232 sorting a new scene. That's fantastic, everybody. Okay, got a Dugget for you today because I mean it's a sprint, so of course I have to have one for you. And that is I'm listening to an urban fantasy right now, and I'm not going to say which one because I mean if there's a learning lesson to be involved, it means there's something I didn't like. But this is about adverbs. Adverbs have a very bad rap, but not unjustifiably so. And a lot of people, like you'll read on writing, and Stephen King will say adverbs are the worst thing in the world, and he'll use adverbs in that passage, describing how bad they are. So adverbs have their place, right? And they are practical tools. They can help us with pacing. They can help paint a picture if used effectively, but they can also be really weak writing. And the issue with adverbs and adjectives, especially weaker adjectives, is that we are using this short word, this vague word, to ask the reader to do work for us. So if I said, you know, he walked sneakily, right? Okay, now it's on the reader to imagine if he tiptoed or if he shuffled or if he crouched or if he crept. Like there are much stronger words that you can use in place of adverbs, and so people will call them call them lazy writing, and that's not always the case, right? However, this book that I'm listening to, there were two instances today on my lunchtime walk where I said I just have to tell the sprint folks about what's going on here. And one of them is that there were two people who quote circled each other hatefully, which like you can picture what that is. But again, now we're telling the reader how to do our job for us. And hatefully is just not like, what are you trying to make them look like? Are they rigid? Are they trying to be intimidating? Are they glaring at each other? Are they swearing at each other? Like circling someone hatefully, not really good. But then the one that got me is that a character rolled into a wizardly somersault. This is a wizard that did this, okay, or a mage. And I don't know. I'm at a bit of a loss for words for this one because you can argue adverbs are making readers do our job by coming up with what they should be envisioning. But I don't know what a wizardly somersault looks like. I don't. I don't. What is that supposed to be? What? Like, I'm even struggling to articulate how much I dislike how this was phrased because it is so strange. And like I don't know. That's my Dugget for you today is that adverbs are usually weaker than creating something more vivid or more evocative. But if you're going to use them, and this extends to adverbs and adjectives, if you're going to use them, just make sure they make sense. Make sure you're using them for pacing to move the story along or for simplicity, but don't use something like a wizardly somersault because that's not a thing. I don't know what I'm supposed to be picturing in that case. That's all I got for you. Doug's brain has been mushed by coming up with yesterday's workshop and recording a bunch of courses and planning for W Academy launch today. And so now I have to deal with wizardly somersaults. David, Julia, you both have excellent options. I think this is ugly somersault. Yeah, all right. Time for the next sprint, everybody. I'll see you in 20 minutes. All right. So ends our second sprint of the day. How did everybody do? Let's see what's going on in the chat here. B couldn't focus beyond a wizardly somersault, so had to get out of there. Susan, thanks for joining us. I'm glad that you're here. I echo what Shane's saying. This is writing time. We're gonna do some writing. Athena, only 190, but you got distracted. That's still a good 190 words. B with 910 and Ashley with 777. Oh, another auspicious number. Reed with 537 for a total of 924. Is B saying that I'm all froze up? I'm not muted on my end. That's weird. Can you hear me now? Strange. Let me check out here. It's taking it. Can you all hear me now? Thumbs up, thumbs down. You can hear. Okay, cool. It was a tap. That's weird, man. That's weird. Okay. Well, I'm glad that it works now. Okay. Before I keep catching up there, let me share the link to the third sprint. It's always tricky, right? Technology, it works until it doesn't. Okay. Let's see. Jane got 445. Hope got caught. Woohoo caught the second sprint. I'm glad you're here. Hope 481. That's awesome. Susan got 4 pages, and Linda got 370. Excellent. David 388. Awesome. Ashley, that is one heck of a comment. I don't even know what to what to say to that one. You do you. Jane, that's funny too. Yeah, visual communication is a thing that a lot of people miss, and it's tough because being on a platform like this, we get to reach a large number of people, but sometimes you want to do like in-person stuff, right? Or a little smaller group. So, but cool. I love being here with y'all for these sprints. We have one more on deck today. We got 2 minutes until that one starts. Let me get all set up here. Okay. All right. I don't really have any other nuggets for you today beyond like what can top a wizardly somersault. I don't know. The scene that I was just editing was a flashback scene, and I really leaned into completely changing the narrative voice that I used in that scene when I wrote it, because it was a flashback from the antagonist, who's a very stoic, very uh dour, very cruel person, but it was a memory from before all of that, from before what turned him into that. And it was interesting to play with. And I think it might need a little bit more tweaking. I'm not super satisfied with it, but it was a fun exercise for me. the whole the whole conversation going on in the chat here is just fantastic. All right, we got a minute left. What is while I'm thinking about it, what is everybody listening to if you're listening to anything right now? I'm listening to fantasy lo-fi for creating slash relaxing slash gaming on Spotify. And I know some folks like when I share that. Let me see if I can grab the link for it. So if you want a very chill playlist, there you go. Jane's listening to the sound of your own thoughts, and Reed's just listening to the Doug. Hey, you know what? Those are both good things to be listening to. I personally cannot take the silence. It is too loud for me, so I've got to fill it with something, whether it be music or the TV on in the background or something. I love it. TW, enjoy that one then. Athena, the rare total quiet of my street. And be the AC fan drowning out your neighbors. Love it. All right. All right, everybody. Our last sprint is starting now. I will see you all in 20 minutes. Happy writing. All right, everybody. That is our third and final sprint of the day done. I see that Katie has joined us, needs to be writing a novel this afternoon, but also need to finish reading a book before tomorrow afternoon. The struggle's real. Katie, thanks for joining us. I'm sorry that you could only join for the last sprint there, but we do have these sprints every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, starting at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, and we do 3 of them, 3 20-minute sprints, the 5-minute break in between. How did everybody do this time around? I got negative 56 words. So if I add up my other ones, I have negative 11 words for the day. Let's see how the chat did. Susan's writing a romance story between movie star and a firefighter. Fantastic. B got 1146. Athena 456 for a total of 1200. Reed 461 for a total of 1385. Jane 566 in total. David 283. Ashley 743 for this sprint and just shy of 2400 altogether. And you're listening to the Bridgerton soundtrack again. It's a bop. It's so good. Hope 492 and got an interesting idea for the climax. I love that. B got a total of just under 3300 for the day. B, you're dictating again. I knew it. I knew that was the case because those are big numbers. Great job. All right. And the baby was born in Ashley's story. I'm so glad. Katie hasn't started writing today, but yesterday you hit your goal and wrote 2,080 words. That's fantastic. Great job. And Linda got 348 words. All right, everybody. I'm going to shamelessly say it again. If you aren't part of Dabble Academy or Dabble Premium, I mean, what are you doing? That's where all the cool stuff is happening. But I'm not going to sell it too hard because I am, quite frankly, zonked. And so I really appreciate you joining me today for writing sprints. It's always great to write alongside you, even if you're all crushing me in word counts today. We do have writing sprints tomorrow, and we have W Academy office hours tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern if you are part of W Academy or Dabble Premium. If there's anything else that I can shamelessly plug, on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we still have our normal sprints, and then start getting excited because Indie Summer starts in July. In the second week or the first full week of July, Indie Summer is starting, and that is the brainchild of Hank and Abby. And I am so excited to see what they have cooked up to lend my expertise here and there. But it's going to be a fun time. And yeah, as Hope says, the academy is where all the cool kids are. Now, I still think you're cool if you're not part of the academy, but I think you're extra cool if you're part of the academy. Thanks for joining me, everybody. I hope you had a good time. I hope you were productive. If you still have words to write or books to read or stuff to edit, keep going and do that if you have the time. If not, I will see you later, and we'll see you tomorrow for sprints. Bye for now.